Be vegan, make peace, do good deeds, heaven Godspeed.
With profound humble gratitude and love to all venerated enlightened masters, we bow to the Almighty in soulful gratefulness for gifting us with their holy blessed presence. May all beings be awakened by their divine grace.
Part 2 of 4.
Etc.
Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule.
Nos programas offrent plusieurs langues. Veuillez visiter suprememastertv.com/schedule.
Nuestros programas ofrecen varios idiomas. Visiten suprememastertv.com/schedule.
Műsoraink sok nyelvet tartalmaznak. Kérjük, tekintse meg itt suprememastertv.com/schedule.
Vegan, 'cause if it's human flesh, you wouldn't chew it.
Supreme Master Ching Hai's lectures are not a complete meditation instruction. Please do not try alone. For free of charge guidance, please visit godsdirectcontact.org or contact any of our centres near you.
Hi, Master.
Hi.
How is Master? Is everything okay with you?
Thank you for asking. Thank you for caring. I'm not sure if I'm okay.
Oh.
Sometimes it's just overwhelming, but I still continue to work. What to do? It's not just the work, it's a responsibility, feeling, and too much suffering in the world, too much suffering, humans and animal people, too much suffering. And it's just, I don't know how to hide from them.
Right. Master.
War here, war there, war everywhere,
Yes, that's right. Yes. So, Master, how are you feeling?
I try to take care of myself, but sometimes it's so hard. Because when I work so hard, I want to eat something. I just don't know what, and how to prepare. It takes so long, and then sometimes I wish I had somebody nearby,
Oh, yes. How come, Master, you don't have anybody nearby now?
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. Okay. On retreat, normally you should be alone. You know that, right? Yes. But normally, even on retreat, like for example, in the Buddhist tradition, even in Tibet, in the remote areas,
Yes.
there's always somebody who brings food.
Right. Yes.
Put it outside your cave or your room or, wherever you're hiding.
Yes.
Just I have to work. I cannot hide. Yeah.
Right. Yes.
And if people come and bring food to me, then they know where I live and all that.
Yes, that's true.
And if you have one person with you, then you have to sometimes deal with their problems, their mood. And even if I don't live with anybody, sometimes, often I have to talk to someone because of business.
Yeah.
And also other things, daily activities, all kinds of things. They seem to have a lot of time, but they don't understand that I don't. That's the problem.
Yes. Yeah.
And I just tell them, please, just to the point. Just answer my question. Yes or no, one word, or why. That's it. No need to talk around the whole history of mankind. Oh my God.
Yeah, that's true.
Maybe they like to talk to me, I don't know, but it's just that I don't have time. I can't afford it, truly.
Right, Master.
Just
Yes.
sometimes it's so tiring, so exhausting if people just keep talking, and I don't have time and I need to do many other things, but never mind about that. If you are happy, you're good, then it's fine. At least somebody is well and fine. Don't worry about me. It's just my fault. Everything.
We do. When we hope you're well and safe and protected during this precarious time on the planet.
Thank you. Thank you very much. It's all my fault. I have chosen this work. Nobody forced me to. It's all my fault. All the time I said that. All your fault alone, I said to myself. Yeah, maybe one day I fired myself then.
Well, we need you and we thank you for all that you do, Master.
Thank you. It's okay. Of course, there are many people who are doing together, but I'm the responsible one, and that's very heavy feeling sometimes.
Oh.
Though I love to do it. Just the physical body doesn't always agree with you. Yeah, that's the thing.
Yes. Yeah,
that's the thing. And sometimes I say to myself, one day I will say, you are fired. Then we will have no more problems. And I really miss the time before when I didn't have a lot of disciples and I didn't have a business, not much. We just did like handicraft and just sold it to whomever came,
Yes.
And we didn't have a lot of money, didn't have anything except a tent. But I was happier, much, much happier. I mean, second best compared to the time I live alone in the Himalayas, in Rishikesh.
Yes.
Well, I didn't live alone, like completely isolated from people, but I live alone in my own little mud room,
Right.
And no, I didn't know anybody there. Well, one or two came from other ashram places. I knew them before, and they came there also to visit Rishikesh. But they just came and then went to 1 week or something, and we hardly had time for each other, because I went to meditate in the middle of Ganges. There's a little island, very little. Only 2 people can sit. I sat alone. I told you guys already.
Yes.
In one time, when the water rose up, I didn't know how to get out, but I did get out somehow. I couldn't see anything because I meditated until late, and at that time suddenly the weather turned and the sky became dark. You couldn't see anything. And I don't know how I got home. Must be protection from the Ganges mother or something, from God.
Yes.
I said, oh God, bring me home. I don't know how. You couldn't see the stones or anything that you can walk on. You see what I'm saying? The water rose up so quickly. I was thinking, oh, that's it, huh? Is it the day? Yeah, but then, no, I got home okay. I just walked, I didn't see anything. I just walked. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, walk in the dark on the water, Not on the water, but I mean, as the water rose, I just walked. I didn't see anything where I walked. Yeah?
Yes. Wow.
But I was always happy there. And it's just kind of so carefree, You feel so free. I had no money, not a lot.
Yeah.
I could afford only one samosa, not every day even. But I was so happy. And then the time when I didn't have a lot of disciples, but many of the resident monks and nuns, and on Sunday we would go down, talk to the public, because everybody came there. A lot of people went there to listen to me. And when we came back, we just made like a small barbecue and sat together and talk nonsense. Talk nonsense around the fire when it was colder, It was nice to sit around the fire and roast some potatoes, oranges, and some vegan ham, vegan sausage, whatever, and eat some with self-made chapati roasted on the fire. I had no worries in the world.
Yeah.
And now every day is just so much, I don't know what to say, so much to face, so much to solve, so much to work.
Oh, gosh, yeah.
I just am grateful that I'm still alive and can do, but sometimes it seems a lot.
Yeah, we are very grateful.
The inside pressure. Yeah, the inside pressure, not just the outside look only, yeah?
Right.
Because when you're alone, you have to do everything. Even some of my suitcases are not unpacked yet.
Whoa.
So I could not find things. But what to do. It's not that easy. I have to work outside.
Yes.
Yeah. And then I have to work inside as well. I have to meditate and solve things inwardly.
Right.
Many things I have to find out and have to solve and all that. It doesn't seem believable to anybody, but this is the way I live my life at the moment. And sometimes it's very hard for me to feel like I could do it smoothly and easily,
All right.
The body just doesn't listen to your commands, not all the time. And some days just really so much that I forgot to write the number. I wrote it wrong. For example, like the telephone number.
Yes.
I wrote number 5 and it's supposed to be number 0, for example, like that. And then I kept calling, it didn't work. Until later I found out the number was wrong.
Oh.
Yeah, okay. Luckily, I didn't disturb anybody. Nobody answered because it was the wrong number or something.
Oh, gosh.
But sometimes the phone company answers say, your phone is not activated. Please activate your phone number. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
And because I have to keep moving all the time, so sometimes I have to rely on these phone tickets or something, Yeah, and I couldn't see the number very well, and I punched it all wrong also. Oh. And those times are really nuisance.
Yeah.
I really dislike the low tech of this world.
Yes.
I really dislike the system in our world that we lose all the telepathic capabilities.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, in heaven, we don't have to use anything. A low heaven, yes, but high heaven, no. Yeah. But
right.
Even then, lower heaven, you still have more conveniences than in our things. Anyway, I wanted to ask how are you, and you asked me first, and I talk a lot.
I'm good, thank you, Master. Thank you for
You okay then? Not as good as before, but never mind. Everything will come to pass, But
we are lucky we have what we have. We are well taken care of, thanks to Master's grace.
Then it's good, I'm happy. Okay. There's quite some news recently, I read and I feel also, sometimes I'm happy, sometimes sad, it depends. Did you read anything that affects you?
Yeah, there's a couple of news to report that I've seen.
Yeah.
Like, for example, President Xi is distancing himself from Putin and his war. And Chinese officials say that Putin is crazy, and China now believes Russia will lose in Ukraine and become a minor power. Yeah.
Wow, President Xi is getting more and more agitated about war. He's all more for peace nowadays somehow. Last time he even asked Putin, to write out when the war will finish and how.
Yes.
Agitating.
Right.
You can see through that President Xi is really a peaceful inner person. It's his quality.
Yes.
Yeah? You can see very well. Because normally Russia is supposed to be China's ally, but the Kremlin is going in the opposite direction of peace. You
That's
see?
right. Yes.
Yeah. And anything to make war, to make suffering, atrocity, and war crimes like that is against even the core of communism.
Yes.
Yeah. Communism is originally to try to make people happy, especially the victims, the poor people.
Right. Yes.
So the Kremlin, under Putin is doing all the opposite things, oppressing the poor, defenseless women and children and raping them and all that and robbing their things.
Yes.
Robbing their harvest and all kinds of stuff and bombing them in winter, letting them freeze. They want them to freeze to death like that. This is beyond inhumane,
Yeah, it's true. It's terrible.
Oh my God, lah.
Yesterday's wave of missile strikes caused further damage to a power grid that was already afflicted by previous Russian attacks. The new Russian strategy responds to losses on the battlefield with a targeting of gas, water, and above all, electrical infrastructure designed to harm millions of Ukrainians as winter's cold begins to bite.
This is part of the power grid that was hit during one of several waves of airstrikes since October. Russia's aim seems to be to try to freeze Ukrainians into submission.
This is the way they want it. They want to make all people die or run away so that they can take the land. But what for? You kill everybody and then you rule whom?
Yeah, exactly.
If you don't have any co-citizens, what for you become a king or president of whom?
That's true.
Even if you seize their city, their village, how do you feel good about it? Huh?
Yeah, exactly.
So this man, he's not human.
No.
Haven't told me like that. He's not human.
No, cannot.
You can see it because humans don't do these kinds of things.
Yeah, that's right. It's true.
Even the fierce animal people, they only kill one or two when they're really hungry, and that's their job only, yeah? They don't just kill anyone or any time en masse like that, and for no reason.
Yes.
This is beyond evil.
Hey.
And that makes me suffer so much. Because of the war, everybody is scared, and this fearful energy is disturbing me as well. Do you understand that?
Yes, I do.
I'm very sensitive to the environment or to the energy, and their suffering makes me suffer. Their fear makes me fear.
Yes, Master.
And then thanks to all this war and shortage of food and energy, many people die. Even in peaceful countries, die from hunger, die from the cold, because they can't afford the prices, which are skyrocketing everywhere.
Yes.
Due to shortages, because of the war. And because of the war, our work also became, in some ways, disturbed and had trouble.
Right.
And I became like homeless.
Oh, Master.
Because I have to keep running, you know?
Oh.
I have to protect myself and protect all the workers in different ways because of the way we work, what we do.
Yes, Master.
It's not like if you want to help humans and you say the truth and humans will like you, love you, and follow your advice. It's not like that. Otherwise, they wouldn't have crucified Jesus or wanted to assassinate Buddha and many other masters, you know?
Yes.
In a gruesome way, in a cruel, horrific way.
Yes.
I wonder why any master would still come to this world to try to help humans. I wonder why any master would ever want to do this kind of thing. Bringing harm upon himself, humiliation upon himself, all kinds of wrongful accusations upon himself. Yeah. I wonder why Buddha ever came, why Jesus ever stepped out to teach humans anything. And get crucified like that when he did nothing wrong.
That's right.
All he did is just teach people the peaceful way.
Yes.
And any leaders should have been grateful for that. Because if all the citizens follow Jesus at that time or follow Buddha, then they will never have any war, any crime, any problems in society or against the government even. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, Master.
This war is not simple, eh?
No.
It's there to kill. Either they say they kill because they are fascists or whatever, or they kill because Jesus taught good things.
God.
Either way, you know, you do bad, they kill you, or they wrongfully accuse you saying that you're bad, then they can kill you. And then if you do good things, you say good things, and it's so obvious that it's all good, they also kill you.
God. Yeah.
This war is very dangerous, and I don't know why any master would even come down, or will come down again.
Yes, Master.
You know, I used to cry a lot whenever I read the Bible about how Jesus suffered and the story of Jesus suffering, and also whenever I remember it, or every Christmas, I cry a lot.
Oh, yeah.
I cry so much. You know. Okay, all right. So it's good. I also read somewhere that presidency somehow rebuke Putin.
Yes.
Because the way he does is not capitalism and not communism, nothing. Just terrorism.
That's right. Yes.
And it makes a very, very bad name for communist countries.
Yes, that's true.
Many other communist followers or the ones who like the communism theory look upon those elders like Russia, China, etc. And now they feel very, very bad reputation.
Yes, exactly. That's true.
No matter how good communism is, the way Putin does things to Ukraine really brought down communism, the communistic faith of the people.
Yes, that's right.
It's terrible, terrible. I don't care if communist or not communist, if people are happy and have peace to go on with their normal, simple, humble life, that's all people want.
Yes, that's right.
But the way Putin does it, not just Ukraine now, but many other countries before that.
Yeah.
And after Ukraine, there will be more countries being harassed, molested, and tortured like in Ukraine, just for him to get some piece of it. He can't just leave people alone and let them feel peace or let them have their own country to do their own business.
Yes, Master.
It seems like there's such aggression. There's a warlike quality inside. It cannot be human.
Yes, Master.
It can only be a demon inside who drives him to do this.
Exactly.
I told you it's just a possessed body. It's not Putin.
All right. Yes.
And now you believe me or not?
Yes, Master. Definitely. It's pure evil.
Even if you don't see the devil around him or within him, you see his actions and you can believe me that I won't lie to you, to anyone.
Right.
It's true like that. And it makes me suffer so much. I also became homeless, like a homeless person. I have to keep changing places because of security reasons.
Yeah, oh, Master.
Yeah. I'm just like a refugee now myself, like all the refugee people, even though I don't have to be.
Master.
All this fear in the world, all this oppressed energy and frightful energy, sometimes it's too overwhelming for me even to deal with.
Yes. Oh,
It just feels very strong and heavy.
oh Master.
Imagine how other people themselves also feel. But I feel just like them.
Oh.
I feel just like they do, except, for example, that I'm not in Ukraine and hearing all this bombing or running any time with the missiles bombing on their head or nearby or anything like that. But the feeling is very much similar to how they feel.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Smoke billows from the rubble as rescuers continue to search for survivors in the Ukrainian city of Dnipro. Emergency teams had worked through the night in the cold and dark, sifting through the debris of an apartment block that was destroyed by a Russian missile. Some people were pulled out alive, some were badly injured. Among the dead was a 15-year-old girl. Emergency workers tried to console one woman who'd lost her son.
What have you done to my son? You cowards! I'll curse you forever. Let the whole world curse you.
Я просто в шоке был. Я никогда такого не видел, даже никогда не думал, что может прилететь в мой дом. Просыпаюсь, слышу взрыв, потом я выхожу, смотрю в окно, и просто огромное облако дыма. Я думал, что у меня просто полдома снесло. Я через полчаса собрался, выхожу во двор, просто люди кричат, дети, женщины, окровавленные люди вообще выходят, полиция везде.
The missile strike was part of a wave of Russian attacks across Ukraine on Saturday that officials said targeted power infrastructure. In a village near Kyiv, one missile landed near this man's house. Elsewhere in the capital, people took shelter after a series of explosions, while cities including Kharkiv and Lviv were plunged into darkness.
I'm just too sensitive. I cry for the suffering of the animal people and the humans. I cannot help it.
Right, Master.
Because I'm them.
Yes, Master.
I don't feel any separation from any humans or any beings or trees or even flowers.
Yes.
That's why I don't pluck flowers anymore, and I don't let any of the so-called disciples offer fresh flowers to me anymore.
Yes,
you know?
Master, that's right, yes.
For decoration, just use fabric flowers even.
Yes.
And the vegetables we eat, this is a minimum that we have to use just to survive, to continue the work.
Right.
Every day, before I eat, I pray. I pray for their sake, and I thank God and all involved. I thank all the masters that have given me the merit to eat that food.
Yes, Master.
Yeah. Anything else that you have studied, read?
Yes, some other news that Boris Johnson has been urged to return as Prime Minister for the sake of Britain and her people.
Oh,
so
okay.
That's encouraging.
It is. Yes. Yeah, that poor guy. I don't know if he even wants to come back. I just remember one of the clips that they made public about him and his so-called whatever birthday party. Yeah.
Yes.
I saw him standing in one corner, a little far from all his people, for his staff that made a party for him. He stayed in one corner with a plastic ball or paper ball,
Right.
in which there was a piece of cake.
Yes.
And he was holding on to it. He was holding it and talking to his staff. And I felt, my God, how can people even fire a guy like this? Just a plastic ball with a piece of cake in it.
Yes.
Up to now, I still remember that image and I feel so sorry for him. He's so humble.
Yes, Master.
I don't see any, like, an air of arrogance or a power conscious person in that image to me.
Yes, that's right.
I just feel, my God, he's so humble. He accepts a piece of cake in a disposable bowl, a small one, in his hand, standing in the corner and talking to his people, thanking them.
Yes.
In the old times, a prime minister is just second to a king.
Wow, yeah.
In those monarchy kind of systems in the old times, he would be respected or admired or feared by the whole country's citizens.
Yes. Wow.
Second to the king only. And the power was immeasurable when you were a prime minister from the old time.
Right. Yes.
And not to stand in a corner with a disposable ball in his hand like that and talk. Disheveled hair and everything.
Yeah.
They were even making fun of his hair, but I think he's just maybe cutting himself or told the solicitor to do whatever, just to make it short so that he can go back to work. You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
Yeah. Short so that it's easy to wash and comb.
Yes.
Yeah. It doesn't feel like he's a pretentious person or power conscious being or anything as a prime minister.
Not at all. That's right.
I don't feel any ego from him at all.
Yes, Master.
So this is the person who is worthy to be prime minister. Yeah.
Yes, Master.
I feel this aura of goodness from him. You don't always see that from other leaders. I don't want to name names. Yeah.
Yes.
For any other leaders, it's very difficult, very hard to find a person of great power, but still has a good aura and the aura and the energy of goodness.
Yes, Master. Yes, right.
So whenever I remember the image of him standing in the corner with a disposable small bowl with a piece of cake in it, I feel so sorry. I wouldn't bother coming back myself.
Yeah.
But as I said to you guys before, I think he should stay. Before he resigned, I say he should stay for his country, no matter how difficult the job is. But they wanted him out, so he's out. And now they want him back so desperately. I don't know if he can or if he will or if he wants to.
Right.
Whatever, good luck to Britain. And good luck to him in whatever he wants to do. That's all I can say, yeah?
Yes, Master. Thank
But
you.
I can't shake off this image of him standing in the corner with a disposable small bowl with a piece of birthday cake in it. And talking smilingly to his staff.
Yeah.
And it was just some minutes with them to thank them and to appreciate their kindness. To remember his birthday even. I'm not sure if he remembered his birthday that day. Let alone tell them to make a party for him. No, I don't think he wanted that party or cared to have it or anything. Normally.
That's right.
I can believe that. He might not even remember his birthday, being too busy, you know?
Yes, yes.
I remember one time I was in Moscow to do the lecture. That was my birthday. I only realized it after when somebody told me, "Happy birthday, Master."
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah. I went to the lecture. I didn't remember anything about my birthday until after some disciple tell me, "Happy birthday, Master," and gave me some flowers and something I can't remember. Then I said, "Oh, it's my birthday?" All right. Yes. And now that I don't remember at all. Nobody around to remind me of anything. Yeah. Before, without COVID and without the troublesome world, I still would go out Sunday or some days or a festival day to talk to the disciples, and they would remind me that it's my birthday because they would make a cake and eat it themselves. And if I came around, they would say happy birthday or give me a little piece of cake.
Yeah.
But then I would remember.
Right.
Nowadays, nothing, no cakes, not even Christmas cakes, nothing.
No.
If I even could have some food ready from yesterday, I'd be more happy because I could eat quickly or conveniently. Yeah. You know what? I'm glad I improved myself. Nowadays, I wash dishes right away.
Oh, really?
I don't wait until 3 days anymore. It's no use waiting 3 days. You still have to wash it anyway. Yeah. So if you wash it right away, it's less and quicker, and then you just put it out somewhere. If you have a sink, then it will dry next time, in the next 24 hours when you come back. It's also not too bad, not too bad.
Yeah.
You feel better than coming back 24 hours later and see the dirty dishes around or in the sink or even in the bucket or something. It doesn't feel that good, so it's just better to wash it right away. Yeah.
Okay, yes.
Yeah, I feel glad that I have improved a little bit. I'm proud of myself. Yeah, and nowadays I don't cook. Oh, for so long already I have not cooked. I just eat whatever kind of vegetables. Always can eat as is. Before I used to even put them in water and spices and salt and that to marinate and eat. No, I just eat it as is now.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and if I have rice already cooked, then I eat it with rice and some sauce, like soy sauce.
Yes.
Yeah, but nowadays, gratefully, we have a lot of conveniences. Like you can have a rice cooker.
Yeah.
You just put the rice in there, wash the rice and put water in there, and then it cooks by itself.
Yes, right. Yes, very convenient.
Yeah, and if you didn't eat it all, then the next day you push a button, it won't warm it up for you.
Yeah, amazing.
Actually, many things nowadays are so convenient. I'm so thankful to have them. Nowadays, gratefully, we have a lot of conveniences. Like you can have a rice cooker.
Yeah.
You just put the rice in there, wash the rice and put water in there, and then it cooks by itself.
Yes, right. Yes, very convenient.
And if you didn't eat it all, then the next day you push a button, it won't warm it up for you.
Yeah, amazing.
Actually, many things nowadays are so convenient, so thankful to have them. So that's why I don't understand why people still want to make war instead of just being grateful to have a better life, a more convenient and more modern life to enjoy.
Yeah, that's right.
I don't understand why. Of course, you can blame it on the world's karma, collective karma, and the people who are selling their souls to the devil and hurting the world's co-citizens. Yes. You can only blame all that. It's only devil who drive humans, any human, or at least just a human body and human mind to do it.
That's right.
They sold their souls to the devils. Otherwise, they couldn't do this. Like Putin can't. Nobody can do that. Even his friends, his colleagues, and his allies all turn against him now.
Yeah.
Turn against all these brutal leaders or these war inciters.
Yes.
Oh my God, oh, so unimaginable. It's the 21st century. So many masters came and went. And there's so much luxury nowadays to live with. And still making war. Making people suffer like that.
Yeah, it's unbelievable.
The death toll rising to at least 29, one day after a Russian missile obliterated the 72-unit apartment building in Dnipro. Officials say at least 40 people remain unaccounted for. The explosion turning the complex's courtyard into an apocalyptic moonscape. Survivors screaming in terror. Tonight, from that smoldering pile of broken concrete, rescuers pulling out a human miracle. Those Ukrainian rescuers gingerly cradling that woman. She's in a neck brace and hypothermic after more than 20 hours of exposure, but alive. Tonight, we learned that this young woman, captured in that image, perched on a concrete ledge, clutching her phone, is recovering in a hospital, only to have learned both her parents died in the explosion.
And then even still in their infants, their orphans, their babies, their children, and their women, their citizens, they just kidnap them and bring to Russia.
Gosh.
We went to investigate claims Russians took much younger children from this orphanage in central Kherson. Natalia, who lives next door, says she watched children as young as 3, 4 and 5 being taken away by the Russian military.
Of course I'm worried about them. They're small children. They're just abandoned children. We do not know where they are, what happened to them, or where they were taken.
Ukrainian authorities say Russians took 48 orphans aged 3 to 5 from here. They say 13,000 children have been deported or abducted by Russia during the war. Only some have made it back. Among them 14-year-old Vlad, who says Russians tried to indoctrinate the Ukrainian children they'd taken.
They said Ukrainians were Nazis. They said Kherson is Russian, that Crimea is Russian. I started to be a little afraid because I wanted to go home and I didn't want to stay there.
Ukrainian officials say 97 orphans were taken by the Russians from the Kherson region alone.
Why didn't he just bring those so-called pro-Russians with him? Bring him there, give them a piece of land somewhere, make them a king or separatist president or whatever. Who cares? Russia is big.
Yes.
Why put the pro-Russians in Ukraine and make it a separate country out of their own country? Why separate people and separate their country like that? He has a big country.
Yes, exactly.
Whoever is for Russia just say, oh, welcome, welcome. Come to Papa. I give you this piece of land, that piece of land for you. The other land for that lady, another land for this man, that man. Russia is big. Why doesn't he do that? Why come and steal their country's citizens and cities and make so much bloodshed like that? For what?
Nothing.
If Putin's going to live forever, maybe you can say, oh, yeah, why not? But nobody lives forever. Why in such a short life? Why don't you just enjoy what you have?
Yes, exactly.
Go out, traveling, go see all the presidents, go see all the countries, beautiful places, and enjoy your money, your luxury. People offer you a lot. You have everything you want, anything at all. Why make other people's lives miserable and your life also risky and miserable?
Yes, exactly.
Unless truly, like Chinese officials and President Xi said that Putin's really crazy, sadistic.
Yes, exactly.
But I say he's possessed evil, the devil. He sold his soul to the devils.
He has.
Some people do that to get rich or whatever, or to get healthy, but they're wrong. The devil cannot do anything for you. He might promise and maybe he does a couple of things, but you can't live forever anyway, and you have to pay back whatever you got from him.
Yes.
Remember the story I told you about the singer, that he said he worshipped Satan? Ozzy Osbourne, yes.
Yes.
He said because he worshipped Satan, so he doesn't get COVID. Oh, he got it so quickly.
Exactly. Yes.
And then his wife and family also got it, for example.
Yes.
And recently, before I heard that he's sickly, seriously ill or something like that.
Oh.
I thought I read it in the news. Maybe so. You have to believe in yourself, that you have God within you, and you worship God and try to unite yourself, your spark of God, united with God.
Yes.
Then even in this lifetime, though you're not in heaven yet, you'll be happy like in heaven, like many of your brothers and sisters, so-called my disciples. They are happy.
Yes.
Because they experience it. They know it. They feel better and better all the time. They feel more and more heavenly, godly all the time.
Yes, that's true.
Because they practice the method to unite with themselves, God's self.
Yes, Master.
All right. Well, whatever. If Boris Johnson comes back to be Prime Minister or not, that's up to the party and the people of England.
Yes, that's right.
Up to also their karma, whether or not they are good enough to have him back.
Yeah, that's true.
It's their loss, not his loss.
Yes, exactly.
He doesn't even need to be prime minister to live well.
Yeah.
People donated a house for him and donated some money for the party for him to live well. You know, in 6 weeks alone, after he left the office of 10 Downing Street,
Yes.
he gave only maybe, I think, 4 speeches, and he earned 1 million of that.
Wow.
Even there's no need. People still respect him and
Yes.
call him, need him, or help him in many different ways.
Yes.
He doesn't need to be a prime minister to survive. That's what I meant.
Right, that's true.
A petition launched by the website Conservative Post to return Boris Johnson to number 10 has received 10,000 signatures.
Yep, and some of Liz Truss's MPs, including the former Culture Secretary Nadine Dorries, say that they really would like him to come back. Well, joining us now to discuss this is former Tory MEP David Campbell-Bannerman, who thinks that Boris is the only credible alternative.
Boris delivered Brexit. You know, he's very popular still amongst members. 2/3 of members would have him back. And all the polls show that the public still like Boris. I think he's a great asset to the party. There is still an enormous amount of support for him. He won a fantastic, an 80-seat majority, the largest since 1987. He went to the public. No one else has gone to the public.
Do you even know if Boris wants to come back? I mean, everything that we hear, sort of, you know, behind the scenes is he wants to stay in America.
Well, he's doing very well. He's earned twice his prime ministerial salary in one speech of half an hour, apparently, in America.
So why on earth would he want to come back to this charnel
because he
house?
wants to serve. I think Boris wants to serve.
I think he's the best bet. But, you know, Boris needs to be coaxed back. He's not demanding to be put back at number 10. We need to encourage him to do that. Boris is an electoral winner, dynamite, and there's nobody on, you know, nobody could have won the mayoralty in 2012 when I served in the second term. No one could have beaten Ken Livingstone that time with the polls as they were nationally, except Boris. He's a remarkable politician. That nobody could have secured an 80-seat, a whopping 80-seat majority, but Boris. We're talking about, if we talk, you know, use the boxing analogy, he's the person that secured that mandate. Here's someone with a force for good that will bring real power and electoral clout.
So it's up to him to come back to Downing Street or not. But I have told you already, that place, they should have changed address.
Yeah.
But it's too inconvenient maybe, and so used to it already. And it's not easy to move an office with so many employees, I guess.
Yeah.
But why not? Why not? If it's good for the country, they should have moved.
That's true.
I told you it has a hell road in
yes,
it.
you did.
And whenever the karma is heavy, from the world or from the country or from the surroundings, the devils are allowed to open that gate of the road and come up and stir up problems. Even without any problems, they can bring problems.
Oh, wow.
Otherwise, how can the prime minister get fired just for eating a cake?
Yes.
A piece of birthday cake.
Yes, that's true.
And even in the lockdown time, they're all working together in the same office.
Yes.
It's not like a complete lockdown the way you have to be locked down. And nowadays, everywhere there's no lockdown anymore anyway, so they didn't really do anything wrong.
Yes.
But he got kicked out just because of that, and maybe some other little problem somewhere, which is not his fault.
Yeah, that's right.
It's nobody's fault.
Yes, Master.
Life sometimes has some little mistakes here and there and some, unfit situations, but it doesn't harm anybody. It's not killing anyone.
Yes, exactly.
It's not bribery or corruption. Nothing like that.
Yes.
Just some little petty things. So if you don't believe me that Downing Street has, a hell road, now you should believe it.
Yes. Yeah, that's right. It makes sense.
The Prime Minister got kicked out of office. And many resigned just for that piece of birthday cake. My God, there's no humanity for government officials or what?
Yes.
Oh, terrible. My God, his birthday is only once a year. And he's the Prime Minister of Great Britain.
Yeah.
What kind of freedom does the country uphold?
Yes, true.
Maybe it's bad, okay, fine him, fine a few £1,000 or something.
Yeah.
Can't just fire a prime minister just because he eats his cake, because some people surprise him with a cake for a birthday once a year. My goodness.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous anyway.
It is. Absolutely.
Nobody can believe that. They make many other excuses, like one of his employees is maybe gay and touch somebody else or something. Oh, my God, you are an adult, man. The prime minister is not your babysitter. No. You could tell that guy off yourself.
Yes, you can.
Say, hey, don't touch my butt.
Hands off. Yeah.
Hands off. You wear it off. You wear off my butt. Get lost, man. What is the use? What's the point of firing a prime minister? Even just because of part of that.
Yes, exactly.
He didn't touch you. He didn't even see it.
Yeah.
Whatever crime has to have evidence in order to charge it in the court,
true.
right?
Yes.
And you all know, you big people. You can even tell that person off, or if you are so angry, just slap his wrist. Whatever hand touch you, you just slap it, nah?
Yes.
My God lah. Oh man. It's not like they're 5 or 2 years old in kindergarten or something.
That's right.
It's such a little thing and they make it into a big deal like that, yeah?
Yes.
But I told you guys already, I was grabbed, my butt was grabbed at the airport. She said she knew me.
Oh gosh.
And she talked to me, and then when I say goodbye, I turn around, she grabbed my butt.
Oh God.
But would I fire that person? I could not.
No.
I don't even know who she is. She said she knew me, and she told me. Of course, I believed her because she called my name. I turned around, she grabbed my butt.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, but what is that to do?
Yes, exactly.
Print a newspaper, or find out where she is and find her, sue her, what?
Yeah.
My God lah. I was speechless, I was so astounded, I didn't know what to say.
Yeah, I can imagine. Wow.
I just looked back at her, and then I walked for some moments, and then I walked away.
Yeah, wow.
I can't believe it. The person did that to me, knowing who I am already.
Oh, goodness. Wow.
Call me Supreme Master, this and that, and then she really grabbed, not touched.
Oh, my goodness.
Told you already.
Yes.
But she's not the only one. I encountered quite some number like that, because I'm just innocent. I'm just helpless and vulnerable and open to trouble sometimes. But these are just small things. I had bigger troubles many times. People have accused me of many things, like I don't pay tax. My company pays tax. I didn't have a company till just a few years ago. Others took care of those aspects. How would I pay tax?
Right.
For example, at those times, we didn't even have any company or anything to pay what tax. Even if I don't pay tax, all my money is going everywhere in the world anyway. Why don't they go and chase the money back for them?
Yes, exactly.
People have accused me of many things, like I don't pay tax. My company pays tax. I didn't have a company till just a few years ago. Others took care of those aspects. How would I pay tax?
Right.
For example, at those times, we didn't even have any company or anything to pay what tax. Even if I don't pay tax, all my money is going everywhere in the world anyway. Why don't they go and chase the money back for them?
Yes.
Exactly. Yeah. Mostly the money goes out. I don't even know where the address or anything. I just know it from the news, like, oh, does that person do good deeds? Then we help them to further their good deeds.
Yes,
I
true.
don't really even shake people's hands. I don't even do it personally. Only one time I did it because I was in Slovenia already, and I saw the late President Janet Denovšek. It's the only time that I personally give the crystal plaque to him, because he was vegan, a good president.
Yes, that's right.
A good vegan president. It was very rare.
Yeah.
It's the only time. I was already there and invited, so I went. But most of the time, I don't even know who that person is or where she lives, where he lives. Nothing.
Right.
We don't demand anything in return. We say we don't accept anything in return for this award, because it's absolutely unconditional. Just maybe to make an example for others to follow. to make the world a better place. That's all. But we don't expect and we don't accept. We will not accept anything in return. Yeah, and they are not even applies to contact afterward. Nothing.
Yes, Master.
Absolutely unconditional. Zero demanding or anything. But people accuse you of many things. And they also even say, I have an American daughter. American daughter. Yeah, I'll be glad to know who my daughter is. I didn't even know I have one daughter. Imagine what kind of mother who doesn't know she has a daughter. American daughter even, you know?
Oh, she was.
I didn't even know I had an American boyfriend. Oh my God, La. This is very miraculous that I had an American man and I didn't know. And I have an American daughter and I don't know. Absolutely. Both of them. Never met, never knew. Never will. The society sometimes is ridiculous. The world, people are ridiculous.
Yes, that's right.
Just talking about Boris Johnson makes me remember all these things. It's ridiculous, but it's funny in a way.
Yes, Master.
But it's bad for these people who wrongly say bad things about me.
Yes, that's
They
true.
do not realize that. It's very bad for them.
Yes.
It's funny for my part, but for their part, they will have to pay karma for that.
That's true.
Yeah, if you wrongly accuse somebody who is innocent, defenseless, and harmless to you, you will pay very heavy karma. Especially if that person is a good spiritual practitioner. All heavens and earth know and respect good spiritual practitioners.
Right.
Because this kind of deals will affect other people. Therefore, their karma is heavy. The one who started it, the karma will be very heavy. It's not just for them and the person they accuse. No, it's spread out and it gets bad energy, bad karma, and bad consequences.
Yes, Master.
They will have to pay for it. Now, that's a pity part of it. Okay, any other things?
Yeah, there was one other thing. Somewhere it's written that people should not hug their dog people.
Oh, this is sensitive. Of course. Everybody hugs their dog people when they love them.
Yeah.
And when they come home from work, they feel they need their love, they need their welcome. And it's just instinct, you know?
Yes, exactly.
But the thing is, they have done some research and they found that many bacteria, E. coli and all that stuff, are carried in the paws of the dog people going in the house.
Wow.
Because the dog people's paw has some gap in between the toes.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah. And if they walk alongside the street, walk out, do their business, then they sometimes step on their own poo pee or other dog people's poo pee.
Oh.
And other dog people may be sick and have whatever bacteria with them. They found a lot of bacteria on the dog people's paws.
The dirty dog paw results are in. Time to reveal the details. Kevin, your retriever, has 10 different types of bacteria.
Okay.
And 2 types of fungus. Sashi, your poodle, has 6 different types of bacteria and 1 fungus. And Charlie, the poodle, 8 types of bacteria and 1 fungus. And guess what? All of your dogs had E. coli.
Oh my God. They slept next to me last night.
We also had to break the news to Shauna. For Scotty, this guy, we found 7 different types of bacteria and 1 fungus, including a really bad bug that can cause pneumonia, meningitis, and urinary tract infections.
Okay, that's not good.
That's not good at all. Oh, and it gets worse. Sweet little angel here.
Okay.
This sweet little face, this sweet little
Okay,
angel.
tell me.
6 different types of bacteria.
Okay.
Including E. coli.
And also, dog people don't really like hugging. The dog people told me that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they also told some of the communicators, the dogs don't really like hugging. Most dogs don't like hugging, because they're different from us.
Wow.
But even humans, not many humans like to be hugged.
Yeah, that's also true.
If you hug your dog people, you have to pay for the consequences then, otherwise try to wash them well, wash their paws with warm water and dry them before they step into the house and wipe them with a vinegar solution like 40% vinegar, 60% water, and wipe where the dog people walk inside your door before they clean them. Wipe it all and then wash the dog people's paws with warm water and wipe them with vinegar solution, or maybe wipe them with baby wipes, But you still need to wipe it with warm water afterwards. If the dog's paw is wet, or if you wipe them with baby wipes or something, you have to wipe them again afterwards with warm water. Otherwise, I don't know if the chemicals from these things are good for dog people or not. I don't think it is good. So just wipe with vinegar solution and wash their paws with warm water. If you cannot leave your dog people to sleep alone and you like to sleep with them, then you must do that. Otherwise, dogs don't like to be hugged. Okay, because their nature is to be always on the lookout. Their nature is anxious. They look out for themselves. They don't like to be confined, even in your warm embrace. They feel restricted and then they want to run. And if they have to control themselves, not to run with anxiety within their being, then after a while they feel sick.
Oh, wow.
They might feel pain and aches in their joints, not well in their mental makeup, in their mental feeling every day.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Maybe some dog people are used to it. I'm not sure if all the dogs are the same or not.
Okay, Master. Thank you.
Scientists are suggesting that dogs don't want our well-meaning hugs. Experts from the Kennel Club have voiced their opinions on this matter. They believe that behaving as though our pets were children is inappropriate because, unlike kids, dogs don't like to be hugged. The Kennel Club's Caroline Kisko explains, dogs are often considered part of the family. However, they're not human and may therefore react differently to certain interactions, such as hugging. Senior canine behaviorist Claire Matthews stated, a hug might be a normal social greeting for humans, but it isn't for a dog. Subtle stress signals can be missed when you're hugging your pet, and this could lead to a negative reaction. So it's about recognizing when your dog is uncomfortable. Dr. Stanley Corn has even gone so far as to study dogs and their reactions to hugging. His expertise comes from being a canine behavior expert and a professor of psychology at the University of British Columbia. He looked at 250 pictures of dogs being hugged and their reactions to draw his conclusions. 8 out of 10 of these pets showed signs of stress which suggest a dislike or fear of hugs. These signs include flattened or pressed back ears, whites of their eyes showing, head turning away to avoid eye contact, excessive licking, yawning, or raising one paw.
If I put my arms around my dog and start to hug him, and I see him licking his lips, I see him pulling away, I see him yawning, I see him looking away from me, trying to avoid eye contact, these are all signs that my dog is saying, I don't like what's going on. And that then means my dog doesn't enjoy being hugged, and it does cause him stress. I give him a hug, and now let's see what happens. He's growling, okay? Huge warning sign. He's telling me very clearly that he doesn't like what I'm doing. I'm gonna hug him again. He's growling, he's telling me, I don't like what you're doing. And he's yawning and he licks his lips.
Dogs are technically designed for swift running. That implies that in times of stress or threat, the first line of defense that a dog uses is not his teeth, but rather his ability to run away. He then adds, behaviorists believe that depriving a dog of that course of action by immobilizing him with a hug can increase his stress level, and if the dog's anxiety becomes significantly intense, he may bite. Dr. Corn's advice, save your hugs for your two-footed family members and lovers. Additionally, he explains, it's clearly better from the dog's point of view if you express your fondness for your pet with a pat, a kind word, or maybe a treat.
I have one dog, a little dog. I have many dogs, right? But there are some little dogs. I can't help it, but I like to hug them, in my arms and carry them on my shoulder. But they always want to run out.
Oh.
To run away, like struggle to escape from the embrace, even though I have had them from when they were little. Yeah, from like a couple months old already.
Oh, wow. Yes.
Sometimes they tolerate it for a while, but I can feel their struggle, Yeah.
Oh.
So I don't help them that much. Even if I do, it's just a quick second.
Yes.
Just one quick boop, and then kiss on the forehead. Hello, like that. Kiss.
Yes.
And one really is very bad because she never wants to be picked up. Yeah, but it's not like she doesn't like me or anything. She's very grateful. Some time ago, when we had to travel and bring them from one country to another, when she saw me again, she prostrated on the floor.
Oh.
And didn't get up for a while.
Wow.
And then she crawled all the way to my feet and licked my toes. Normally she just licks the toes. But that day she crawled on the floor. She prostrated. I said, "What are you doing? Why? What is it?" She said, "Thank you for doing everything, for going through so much trouble to bring us to you."
Oh, wow.
She was the only one who did that. The other ones were also grateful. Some jump on me and hug me even. But she's always like that. Licks my toes only, or my hands. Yeah. She doesn't lick my face. I say, "Why only hands and feet?" She said, "Respectful."
Oh, wow.
But others, they kiss my face and wet my hair, everything. I say, "I just took a shower, man. No need." No need for this shower, but they do that. Different dogs, they react differently and they feel differently. But their soccer owners have to feel how the dog people feel and what they like or not like. If they need to hug them, very quick.
Yes.
Yeah. Less than a second.
Wow.
Just quick, very quick, and then let them go. Otherwise, it's too stressful. But there's no need to always hug them. You can sit nearby and touch their neck. Scratch their neck or rub their tum-tum.
Yes.
I just say hello and I love you. I'm glad to see you. You're beautiful or you are handsome. You make me feel happy. Thank you for being in my life. Thank you for being my friend. Thank you for loving me. Thank you for trusting me. That's what I said to my dogs. All the time. Whenever I see them.
Nice.
I love you. Good girl you are. You don't have to force them to hug or have to bear your constricting kind of cobra embrace. Yeah, it's restricting because they're smaller than you, and when you hug them, you cover them all over.
Oh, that's true.
Their face and everything will be buried, and it could be a suffocated feeling.
Oh,
Yes.
right, yes.
I feel if somebody did that to me, I probably wouldn't feel all that good because I'm smaller. Yeah.
Right, yes, Master.
I'll be buried in their chest and, constricted within their arms. Yeah, but I got hugged all the time like that in any ashram I visited. And I told the master, please, tell your people, don't do that to me. But they always do that.
Oh.
I tell you, when I was in India, sometimes women came and hugged me all the time and hugged for so long. I said, please, let me go. I couldn't feel good about it,
Oh, yes.
Yeah, and even the master's driver also hugged me.
Wow.
I said, please tell them don't do it. But they always did it because there was always some new group of people that came and they did it. I couldn't always run away or avoid. They just did it suddenly.
Yes.
So if we humans love to hug and still don't like to be hugged all the time or by anybody like that, how would dog people feel? We domesticated them, but normally they are like animal people. Their instinct is to be natural, free.
Yes, Master.
Only because they love us, so they want to stay with us, but to have some respect for their free space.
Yes, Master.
If the dog people want to hug you, you can hug them, but if they don't, then just leave them in peace and love them.
Mm.
Love doesn't have to always be physical, okay?
That's true.
All right, anything else?
No, I think that's everything at the moment.
It's good then.
Thank you very much for your advice and for answering the questions and for your
by
input.
the way, we talk. We just talk and then we have these topics and we just talk about it. It's also okay. Maybe some other people would like to hear it.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's true.
It's a byproduct of our talk.
Yes.
Yeah. Some so-called disciples would like to hear things, would like to hear me talk, no matter what. It's no harm.
I think most people would love to hear how you are and how is everything with Master.
I'm okay. Just like everybody has some really bad days, some good days, and some so-so bad days, some truly busy days, and some acceptable busy days. Yes.
Right.
Yeah, it's just the pressure, the invisible busyness that really gets me low sometimes, low battery. Yeah.
Yes, Master.
But I guess no one in this world would feel easy. More or less, everyone feels something uneasy or oppressive sometimes because of the energy of the war, especially.
Yes, Master. That's
Even
right.
if you're not in the war zone, you feel the effect of it.
Yes,
Yeah?
that's true.
And all this shortage of food. Some people, even in peaceful countries and in powerful countries, also die of cold and hunger. Not to talk about poor countries, yeah, or a victimized country like Ukraine.
Yes.
Even some places in England, some people can't afford to pay electricity and they have to choose between heat or eat.
Oh, yes.
I read that. And I read in one news somewhere, one woman, she cried her eyes out because she needs £10 to pay for electricity, otherwise they wouldn't cut it off. I didn't know how to help her. I wanted to help her so much. I didn't know how. I don't know how. I'm all alone and I'm not good with all this, how to find out things.
Yes.
And I'm overburdened with busyness inside and outside already also. Yeah. I wish I could have helped her. I hope because it's printed on the news, so maybe the citizens around will help her. Normally people would.
Yes, Master.
They also have food banks and all that. Even nowadays, there are more food banks for people than before the war. It's not normal anymore.
Mm.
Sometimes one of the brothers goes out to buy something, like bread to feed the people, and the supermarket doesn't let him buy more than 8 or something if he wants to buy a lot.
Right.
Because they say we don't have enough like that. So he has to buy less, like a couple of bread loaves here, a couple there, run around to buy.
Yes,
Yeah.
Master.
And it's the truth. Yeah, it's the truth. I have never heard such things before. Before the war, I never heard such things like that. Of course, we have homeless people, but some people choose to live homeless. That's different. That's different from people who live normally and who work, but still inflation and skyrocketing prices don't allow them to live like normal, decent citizens.
Yes.
That they have to eat less or they have to choose the food according to things that they cannot afford even, the food that they used to have, and they cannot afford to be warm in winter. This is wickedness.
Yes, that is.
I told you even I'm affected by the war.
Yes, Master.
I'm not scared of dying. Dying is the best thing you can have to escape from this world. It's just that I still have work to do and I have all of you guys to take care of and all the people I have to take care of as long as I can.
Yes, Master. Thank you.
Yeah. And nowadays, even giving initiation, we have problems because of the war.
Wow.
And Macau, in the last couple of months, was supposed to have an initiation and then the police came and raided the center.
Oh, my goodness.
And they could not have initiation, and then also they tracked down all the people who helped with the initiation. And later they asked the police why, and they said, to check if you take money from anybody.
Oh.
If up to now, all these decades, they did not do their homework to know that I never take anybody's money from my disciples or anybody, then they are not very good police.
That's true.
I'm sorry to say that. It's the truth.
Yes, Master.
You see, if they did not even know all these decades already that I am clean, I don't take money from people, I make my own money. And even then, I make my own money. And people still criticize me a lot, saying, you are a spiritual practitioner, monk, why do you make money?
Wow.
Yeah. I cannot make money, but I cannot take money either from disciples. You hear that?
Yes. Oh, dear.
You can never live in this world without people criticizing you or wrongly accusing you of anything.
Yes, that's right, Master.
So people were fearful and ran away, and some Hong Kong people ran away to other countries. They didn't dare stay. I don't know what the police did to make them so fearful like that. That they left the country, they left Hong Kong.
Wow.
Even They ran past the nearby country and then still scared ran to another country. Yeah, it's the 21st century and I have been in the world for many decades already.
Yes.
If by now they don't know what I'm doing, then I'm sorry to say that they are not very effective.
Yes, true.
They didn't do their homework well.
Yes, Master.
And like that, they can easily accuse people or put blame on innocent people, like our group people, like our monks who give initiation and don't even take money. Our monks go anywhere representing me to give initiation to people. I pay for everything. I pay for their ticket, I pay for their taxi, and I pay for the food that they eat from that disciple's house.
Yes, that's right.
I can say it now openly if nobody knew that.
Yes, Master.
But everybody knows, all the disciples know. They are not allowed to even offer the monks or the nuns that I sent anything. No money, no gifts, nothing.
Yes, that's right.
And you all know that, right?
Yes, yes, we knew.
I pay for everything and I forbid the monks and nuns to take anything, money or gifts or anything from them.
Yes.
One of the monks who took a telephone from one disciple and he had to leave.
Oh.
One of the resident monks in Florida before, he took a phone for free as a gift from a disciple somewhere from Canada. So I had to let him go. I say you violated our strict rule of not taking anything for whatever you do for other people, not just other disciples. They're not allowed to take anything.
Right.
If you don't have money, if I don't give you money to survive or to live on, then maybe.
Yes.
But we can earn money, we have businesses. Before, we have even less money, less businesses, almost no businesses. We just did handwork, and I still forbid them to take anything from anybody. In exchange or even free gifts, nothing, nothing.
That's right.
And anyone who does it, they have to leave.
Yes, Master.
And before any monk leaves, of course, I give them some $1,000 to go out to start a new life. And if they need something, of course, they can always ask me to give more if they could not afford it until they find their own job and they live their own life. It's always like this. All these decades, we never take anything from anybody.
Yes, Master.
If, for example, some very important person gives me something like vegan cakes or something or a little cup, I always give something back.
Yes.
Because if they are too important and they give me and I don't want to offend them, then I take, but I give them something back just to even it out.
Yes.
And the police still go into our center to check whether or not during initiation we take money from people.
Wow.
All these decades already, they still don't do their homework. They easily suspect people and disrupt our holy communion like that.
Yes.
I don't know who taught the police to do this, but it's not right.
Yes, Master.
In any free country, people are allowed to gather for their own purpose, for a party, birthday party, or to learn something new, or to learn yoga or meditation, whatever. They're free.
Master. Yes, that's true.
Because the citizens are the ones who pay the police wages, who pay all the government officials, including the leaders, salary.
Yes, Master.
Without the citizens, they have nothing, and they are nobody.
That's true.
They could be homeless if they couldn't find any job, if they have no ability to do anything, regular job in society. They could be homeless or poor. If the citizens don't support them, don't give them money, don't pay their salary every month.
Yes, Master.
So any great leader should be grateful for their great citizens who support them.
Yes.
Or any government officials, anybody who works for the government should remember that they are working for the people.
Yes.
In Vietnam, a long time ago, I read some slogan on the street. It said, government workers are the people's servants. But I don't see any servants like that. I mostly don't see any servants in the world.
Yeah.
I see only bosses and killers and dictators and murderers and warmongers. I don't see any servants. Oh, believe it or not.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Don't ask me any more questions. Otherwise, my temper will flare up. My true, blasting words will come out. I am very restrained already. Otherwise, many things in this world really bug me a lot.
Yes, Master.
Especially when it comes to the injustice and wrongful accusing of the innocent, helpless, and harmless people.
Yes, Master.
If the police has a good government, they should go after criminals. Many have gone free.
Yes, that's true.
But we are very easy to catch because we're not going anywhere. We have nothing to defend.
Yes.
Yeah. And we're busy, we work to help the world, to help society, and to raise our family. And then in our spare time, we still need to contemplate on spiritual issues and to meditate, to bless the world. So it's easy to catch us, no? Yeah.
Yes, Master.
That's why I need to run around sometimes. I never know who would come and check me out whether or not I take money while working on the computer for Supreme Master Television.
Yeah.
All these years, I didn't have it easy. I still don't. Nowadays, it's worse than before. Because of the war and because of the truthful things that I said that doesn't please people. And sometimes maybe makes people not happy or angry.
Yes, Master.
I never know. Yeah, I just have to take care of myself so that I can continue my work as much as I can.
Thank you, Master, for doing that.
My fault. I chose the work. Any other thing?
No, Master. No, that's
okay, God bless.
Thank you.
God bless. Be happy, be grateful, and be healthy. Yeah.
Thank you, Master. Please take care.
Take care.
You too, Master.
You too. Take care.
Thank you. We love you, Master.
Love you too.
Thank you, Master.
Love all of you. Love all of you. Yeah. I love the animal people. A lot, a lot, a lot. I love humans too. I wish that many humans could be as good as the animal people. And so easy to love like we can love the animal people.
Yes.
Easy to love them. Humans, not easy to love. Not easy.
Right.
If I love them, they might misunderstand. Okay. Thank you. Ciao.
You're welcome. Thank you, Master.
It is certainly a wrong notion that flesh or eggs give extra vigor or strength. On the contrary, these things flare up the carnal appetites, which in the long run result in gross dissipation of energy. Sant Kipal Singh Ji Maharaj, vegetarian.
Be vegan, make peace, do good deeds, hell not reach.
Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule and suprememastertv.com/BMD.